everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and it is day 3 of Scraptember. I nearly said September, which it is, but it is Scraptember. I am using the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Legendary Collection, but more on that in a minute. Today's prompt, if you can't guess by what's happening on screen, is mixed media. So I'm going to play around and create a mixed media background, which I've got to admit I have not done in a very long time. So I am going to my trusty Distress Oxides. I think that was Salty Ocean. I think this one's Faded Jeans. Oh, I can't work out what the other one is. Sorry, everyone. But I am just blending. If you can't tell, I have got some cheap makeup brushes from Kmart. These are a fair few years old now, but I'm sure you can get something similar, and I am just using that to blend this ink all over the page. It creates a really smooth finish. I know it's probably a bit tricky to tell on camera, but if you just keep blending, it does eventually blend out those kind of more circular look to it. I keep going, don't worry, I keep going. So I'll come back in with a bit more of the, I think that's Salty Ocean, Faded Jeans, and it's too small for me to tell. I cannot tell, is it Mermaid Lagoon? I don't think it is. Sorry, I don't remember what that third colour is. And then this one is not Fossilized Amber, it's the other one. Oh my gosh, I should have worked out these colours before I did my voiceover. I'm so sorry. They're packed away and they're a bit tricky to get to, so I am not going to go and find them. But if you really want to know the colours, let me know and I will tell you in the comment section. But I'm just blending. So I obviously knew that yellow and blue, when you blend together, will make a green, and that's sort of what I'm going for here. Obviously I wanted the yellow as well, but I knew that by blending, we'd make a green. And that's all I'm doing, honestly, is I'm just going to keep blending. Oh, the tricky part about Distress Oxide is if you put your fingers, that's sort of why I'm having a bit of trouble holding the page. If you put your fingers down, it'll leave a fingerprint mark, and so I was having a bit of trouble. I've got my sprayer, I've spritzed on some water, I've gone to find my paper towel, I'm going to wipe it off and you'll see the oxide reaction. So the great part about these inks is with water, it reacts. That's why it's called the oxides. It reacts, the water reacts with the ink and it lifts. And so you can see it creates a really cool effect. So I'm really happy with this. I'm now coming in with this is actually Heidi Swapp Colour Shine, believe it or not. I know, crazy, right? These are from 2013. Did you know that? 2013. Heidi Swapp Colour Shine. I've still got quite a few of them left. This is navy, which is by far my favourite. I love that, so I've added that. I've now gone to pull out my old Liquitex acrylic ink in titanium white and carbon black. So just black and white. I've got a little fan brush and I am just splattering that on the page as well. So I'm going to add the black and the white. I have to say it is tricky to tell the difference between the black and the navy Heidi Swapp Colour Shine. If you do the Heidi Swapp Colour Shine in a bit bigger splatters, it's actually got a shimmer to it, which the acrylic ink doesn't, obviously. But my splatters are so small you can't really see that level of detail, but that's okay. I've also used a piece of Vicky Booten mixed media paper, which I know sadly she's not making anymore now. She's gone $2.49 a market, but a thick paper to hold up to the mixed media is what I would recommend using. Now, I already did some planning, obviously, because the main focus of this prompt today is mixed media. I wanted to kind of focus on that part. So normally I probably would have pulled all this off the page and then kind of started my video from there. But I figure, mixed media is the prompt. That's what I want to focus on. So now I'm just going to stick everything down onto the page. Now I am using Cocoa Vanilla Studios Legendary Collection. I have got, oh my gosh, not much of this left at all, barely enough to make a layout. In fact, I had to pull in a little bit from the No Limits collection. And so I'm actually I don't want to say I'm going to purge this because I'm kind of not, but I also kind of am. There's a few pattern papers in here that I'm unlikely to use. There's some stickers and some little ephemera bits that I'm not going to use. So I'm actually going to get rid of those, and I'm going to put the few little bits that I am sort of going to keep in with the No Limits collection. So are we counting that as a purge? I think I'm kind of going to count that as a purge. I like this collection. Obviously, I've used most of it, but I've pretty much only got that full 6 by 12 sticker sheet, and that's sort of it. Everything else is like cut up bits of scrap. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to not count this as a full collection anymore because it's really not. I would struggle to make another layout out of this collection, in all honesty. So the stars that I'm sticking down now and the title is what I got from the No Limits collection. Everything else is from Legendary, but I mean, there's very little. There's just a few stickers and just a couple of, the frame obviously, and a couple of little layering bits. The photos are actually of Lincoln swimming. He's at a swimming lesson. He's just learning how to do side breathing in this photo. This photo was taken in July last year. It's actually why I didn't use a summer swimming collection, because it's taken in the middle of winter, and it just felt weird to, even though he's in a pool, it's an indoor pool, he's having swimming lessons, it just felt weird to create it with a summer collection because it's not summer, it's winter when these photos were taken. So I've gone with this, but I really like how the mixed media paper is kind of the focus. That's the thing, that's what we're kind of looking at, obviously, and the photos. And everything else I've tried to keep pretty simple, gone with my standard grid layout. I love a grid layout if you've been watching our channel for a while. I like a lot of photos on a page now, particularly now that I've had kids. And so, yeah, grid layouts are an easy way to get lots of photos on a page. Right, what else can I tell you? Oh, don't forget, this may be the first Scraptember video that you are seeing, given that it's only the 3rd of September. But Scraptember is, I think I sort of said this at the start, but it is a series that Jess and I have been running for a long, long time. And we create a prompt for each day of September just to help get you to scrap. So they're very broad prompts, like today's mixed media. That can mean whatever to you. It can be some splatters on a page. It can be a full-on mixed media background. It can be somewhere in between. It is whatever it means for you. So each prompt is very broad. It is just designed to get you, to get you scrapping, to get you, documenting your memories, and hopefully giving you some inspiration. So that's what Scraptember is. The playlist will be linked in the description box down below. There's lots of people joining us, so definitely go and check out all of their videos. You'll get so much inspiration this month. We do have a Facebook group if that's your thing. You're welcome to come and join us. I'll leave that linked in the description box down below, but you will see a video on our channel every day in the month of September, which is crazy because we've posted very little this year. Jess and I have been very busy just with life, nothing dramatic, just life. Life is busy. Both of us, I'm working full time. Jess isn't, but I do. And then just, having the kids the age that they are, and, there's a lot going on. It's life. It's busy. So unfortunately not as much time for scrapping as we would like, but we love doing these series, love creating this content for you all. So I hope you enjoy us. I hope you follow along for the month and go and check out some of the other wonderful creatives who are playing along as well. I'm just going to add just a couple of the puffy stickers from the No Limits collection because I had a little uneven number of stars. Now I've got a weird one near the end of Epic, but I kind of wanted it there just to help the title not look so random because it's not a very long title. I do add some tiny word stickers because I've got a lot of them and I want to use them up. So I just add 2 into each cluster. In my personal opinion, when you've got a grid layout, I feel like even numbers is okay. It's me. This is just me, by the way. This isn't a rule. So I'm only adding 2 tiny words to each of the grids, or each of the squares, each of the clusters, I don't know, each of the photos. I'm only adding 2 tiny word stickers. So I have pretty much finished. So make sure you check out the playlist link in the description box down below, as well as a link to our Facebook group, as I mentioned. Tune back in tomorrow for another video. Here comes my close-up, and we are really looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow and having you hang out with us all month. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.